A 27-year-old woman has revealed her gorgeous boyfriend turned into a brutal monster who tried to rip her tongue out in a violent attack. Carleigh Hager, of Indiana, USA, was left with a bleed on her brain, bite marks across her body, a 2-inch gash on her forehead and a partially ripped tongue. She nearly lost her eyesight too during the attack and had to undergo emergency surgery. In October 2017, her ex-boyfriend Ryan Cameron, 28, was jailed for 6 years. The mother of one said, "If the police officers hadn't arrived at the house and stopped the attack, I think he would have killed me." "I'm so glad he's now behind bars and unable to hurt anyone else," she said. "He was 6'7" and gorgeous. That night, he even put me to bed when I got too drunk. He was such a gentleman." The following day, the woman found Cameron on Facebook to thank him. They exchanged messages, and the man invited her for drinks that week. Ms. Hager said, "We started dating, and he was so attentive. He filled my car with petrol and would take me out for romantic dinners. By September 2015, they were a couple, but a month later, when the pair attended a wedding, Ryan lost his temper. The woman said, "Ryan flipped after I danced with a 9-year-old relative of his. He made us leave the celebrations and punched me in the stomach back in the hotel room." He immediately apologized, so I forgave him. After that episode, Cameron became possessive. In April 2016, the couple moved in together, but the man refused to let Ms. Hager's friends visit her. She said, "I presumed he was being protective. But his controlling nature became unbearable. By July, I'd had enough and broke up with him." "But Ryan threatened to kill my dog, so I stayed. On the outside we were the perfect couple, and everyone presumed we'd get married." But the reality was I was terrified of him. In August 2016, they attended another wedding where Cameron lost his temper again. He dragged her off the dance floor and took her back to their hotel room, where he choked her. She said, "Then he bit me on the mouth." Thankfully the cut wasn't very deep and I was able to cover it up with makeup. But I lied to family that my dog had scratched me. That week, Ryan bought me new tennis shoes. I loved that he showered me with gifts, but I was dubious about his motives. Over the next 2 months, Ms. Hager lived in fear of Cameron. She was often late for work because of his rages. In October 2016, she was a bridesmaid at a friend's wedding. She left the ceremony early, leaving Cameron with his friends. That night heard some male voices in the living room. Ms. Hager said Ryan had brought his mates back to our house. Suddenly, I heard Ryan yell, "You can have sex with Carleigh if you like." Rage ran through me, and I stormed into the hall, where I confronted him. His eyes turned black, and he ran down the hallway, pushing me back into the bedroom. Then he strangled me and grabbed my tongue with his fingers. He clamped down, and I heard a ripping noise. Blood gushed everywhere. The door burst open and Ryan's friends piled in. But they were no match for his 20th frame. I realized that I would be left at Ryan's mercy. Moments later, Cameron released her and ordered his mates out of the house before locking the front door. Meanwhile, Ms. Hager crawled into the bathroom, where her ex-boyfriend found her. She passed out and woke up to him kicking her in the ribs. Ms. Hager said suddenly there was a knock at the door and a man yelled police. Then officers burst into the room. Cameron was arrested, and the woman was rushed to Eskenazi Hospital, Indiana. Their doctors revealed she had been left with several injuries, including a partially ripped tongue and bleed on her brain. There was also pressure behind her left eye, and doctors warned she could lose her eyesight if they did not operate. She underwent emergency surgery, where doctors reattached her tongue and released the pressure behind her eye. For a month, she was unable to eat solid food and she had to go through therapy to relearn how to talk. In August 2017, Ryan Cameron of Indianapolis pleaded guilty to 1 count of aggravated battery and was jailed for 6 years. Ms. Hager said, "I thought his sentence was pathetic, but I refuse to be bitter. I'm engaged to the man of my dreams, Jason Glenn, 29, an industrial painter, and we have a gorgeous 11-month-old daughter, Harper." If anything, telling my story is revenge. Ryan tried to silence me in the most brutal way, but I'm shouting out to the world. I may be scarred, but my scars prove that I faced a monster and survived.